Clicking on the New Transaction button will bring up the New Transaction screen. You'll be able to enter a new transaction for a specific customer on this screen. There are several buttons outlined on this screen, as you can see at the top. There's Void Sale, Take Payment, Print Receipt, Save, and Exit. The latter buttons will not be enabled until an event occurs which allows these buttons to be enabled. To enable the Take Payment button, items must be first added to the shopping cart. To enable the Print Receipt button, the totals, payment received, grand total, and balance due will all be reconciled. Once the receipt has been printed, then the Save and Exit button will become enabled, and you'll be able to save this transaction and exit from the transaction so you can start a new transaction. Very simply, let's walk through a simple customer transaction. We have two default buttons, one that says CHEA member temp, which will automatically fill in the customer number for the temporary CHEA member, and we have a non-CHEA member, which will automatically fill in the customer number for a non-CHEA member. We also have another button called Find Customer, which will allow us to search for a specific customer. Once the customer is found, it will automatically input that particular customer's information. You'll notice that the customer name does not change when we use CHEA member temp and non-CHEA member temp, because we have to specifically change this because of the fact that these two default members are not really entered into the system. They are basically temporary placeholders until the office staff can re-enter the proper name and associate the proper customer number for the member that you're entering, or the non-member. So as we're continuing, let me enter a bogus member. And the phone number and address. I can also enter a comment in the memo block. Down on the bottom here, we'll notice that the transaction number is already filled in. We have our entry date of July 11th, 2010. And we have our transaction date, July 11th, 2010, which is already filled in. We have some other drop downs here, transaction type, which we can leave blank, or we can fill in as retail sales. And our operator, which we can leave blank, or we can fill in using web or POS. In this case, we'll leave it blank. We also have our source. This is to perform metric reports and metric reporting. So if you're able to get the user's information on where they heard about us or anything like that, then you can fill in the source information here. In this case, we'll leave it blank. The transaction amount is filled in automatically. We have our adjustment amount, which when we enter an amount here, it will automatically give a cash discount to the user down here in the shopping cart. Our member discount is applied automatically when the user is a member. The subtotal is subtotaled automatically. The A sales tax is applied automatically based on our settings. The shipping and handling we must enter manually. Usually if this is a convention event, there is no shipping and handling though. But you can check with the office staff or your office assistant to verify this. The member fee is a drop down. When we click on that, we can choose renewal, which is 35, new member, which is 40, and then we have the gold, silver, and platinum membership options. And then we have a donation if the user or if the member is entering a donation. In addition, we have the payment options of gift certificate if they're paying by gift certificate, or CHEAPOS if the user is paying by CHEAPOS. And then our transaction total is automatically calculated. Okay, let's enter a transaction into our shopping cart. And we'll click add to add an item, which brings up our select product screen. Once our select product screen is displayed, we can then choose a product from the list, either by scrolling up and down, using the arrow keys to move up and down, dragging the arrow pointer key, selecting product type, either all types or materials, and then searching. Once we've found the product that we would like to add, we select it so it's highlighted, and we click the add product button. We actually have a running total cart, which is on the bottom of this screen, which shows what we're actually adding to the cart as we go along. This will appear on our main transaction screen as well. So let's add a couple more items. And that's good enough, and we'll click done. Now when we go back to our screen, we'll notice that our items are added. In addition, our sales tax is added as well. Now if we had chosen up here CHEA member temp, right now we have the non-member item, the non-member customer. If we had chosen the CHEA member temp option, this would have made this person or this customer a member, and then a member discount would have been applied. Choosing non-CHEA member removes that member discount entry that is entered into the shopping cart. And then you notice once we've added some items to our cart, the next button is enabled, which is take payment.